Yo, what is good, everybody? My name is Lon Teku. We have the NFL Week 18 of the 2023 season picks right here. This is the final season of the final week of the season, and every game this week is divisional games. These are all divisional games. Teams are playing to fight in the playoffs. Teams are playing to fight to keep their rivals out of the playoffs. It's all craziness in week 18. So let's get right started. Let's get started right here. There are no AFC versus NFC games. It's all AFC versus AFC, NFC versus NFC. So let's get this started. The first game we got the New York Jets at the New England Patriots. The Jets are coming off of a mini bye against the Cleveland Browns on Thursday, which they lost to the Browns, and the Patriots are coming off of a close loss to the Buffalo Bills. These two teams are obviously out of playoff contention, so they're really fighting for nothing. But if I would choose, I'm going to choose the Patriots to win at home because they're both horrible teams, but I just feel like the Patriots, they always beat the Jets, so just give me the Patriots to beat them. Next game we got the Sunday night football of this week. We got the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. The Bills are coming off of a close loss to the Patriots, and the Dolphins are coming off of a big loss to the Baltimore Ravens. The Bills were struggling in the game against New England. Their offense wasn't really making big plays or whatever. They weren't really doing too good, I heard. The Patriots kept it close with them, and I really felt like the Patriots would have won that game if they would have committed 4 turnovers. The Dolphins, they looked okay at first against the Ravens, but then they weren't so great. But with this game is actually for the AFC East. Whoever wins this matchup wins the AFC East. If the Bills win this game, they're in the playoffs. But if the Bills lose, if the Dolphins wins, they win the AFC East. If the Bills win, they win the AFC East. But here's the thing: if the Dolphins beat the Bills are out of the playoffs, but there are other scenarios that they can still get in, even if they lose to the Dolphins. They just won't win the AFC East, but they'll be out of the playoffs unless other teams lose. So give me the Miami Dolphins to win at home. So, cause I think they'll win at home. I think they can get it done and finally, lock up the East. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens. This is a Saturday game. The Steelers are coming off of a win against the Seahawks, and the Ravens are coming off of a big win against the Dolphins. This is an important game too because I think if the Steelers lose this game, they're out of the playoffs. The Ravens want to try to fight to keep the Steelers out of the playoffs. They don't want the Steelers to get in. Obviously, I think the Ravens are the better team. They locked up the number one seed. Give me the Baltimore Ravens to keep the Steelers out of the playoffs. The Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are already out of the playoffs. They're coming off of a loss against the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Browns are coming off of a mini bye win on Thursday against the New York Jets, which is a final Thursday night game. The Browns are obviously, they're the better team. I don't know. Now here's the thing: since this is week 18, I don't know if every team is going to start their starters or anything like that. So some of these bad teams could beat these good teams just because these good teams are in the playoffs are resting their main players. But I'm still going to take the Browns on the road to beat the Bengals. This is kind of tricky because, like I said, the Bengals aren't fighting for anything. The Houston Texans versus the Indianapolis Colts. This is probably one of the most important games of this week. This is a battle for the AFC South. Not only just for the AFC South division, but this is also the fight for who gets in the playoffs. The Texans are coming off of a win last week against the Titans, and the Colts are coming off of a win against the Raiders. CJ Stroud's back; he's healthy and everything, and they looked great in that Texans game. I mean, in that Titans game. So I feel like the Texans are the better team. The Colts was okay in that game against the Raiders. They had a close victory over them, but I'm gonna take the Houston Texans. I think the Texans are just a better team, and I think they'll make a playoff push for the first time since 2019. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans. The Jaguars, they're also fighting for a playoff. Well, not for a yeah, they to get in the playoffs, and the Titans, they're out of the playoffs. But I know they're going to try to keep the Jaguars. They want to. That doesn't mean that they're not going to fight to keep the Jaguars out of the playoffs because I know they will. If the Jaguars lose this game, they're out the playoffs, and that means whoever wins this matchup right here, it's a guaranteed new AFC South champion. But the Jaguars, this is a must win for the Jaguars if they want to remain at the top of the AFC South at getting the playoffs. So give me the Jacksonville Jaguars to win this one. I think they're the better team. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be playing in this game. They did come off of a shutout win against the Panthers. They shut the Panthers out last week, and the Titans, they did not look good against the Texans last week. So give me the Jaguars to win. I just think they're the better team. The Kansas City Chiefs at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chiefs are coming off of a win against the Bengals, and the Chargers are coming off of I'm sorry, who did they play last week? They're coming off of a loss. I think that, yeah, the loss to the Broncos. They're coming off of a loss against the Denver Broncos. This Chargers team is horrible, man. The Chiefs, they finally clinched a playoff spot, and I don't see them losing to the Chargers. Give me the Chiefs to win on the road in LA. Obviously, they're just a better team. The Chargers are just a mess, but that doesn't mean that the Chargers are not going to fight. Because they have most of these teams are out of the playoffs have nothing to lose. But I'm still taking the Chiefs on the road. The Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Broncos are coming off a win against the Chargers. The Raiders are coming off of a loss against the Indianapolis Colts. Both of these teams are out of playoff contention, so they're really fighting for nothing. But if I would pick, give me the Raiders. I think the Raiders will win. At home for their final week. I think Antonio Pierce will want to go out with a bang. Now on to the NFC games, and guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And don't forget to like this video. And turn on post notifications. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Carolina Panthers. The Buccaneers are coming off of a loss to the Saints last week, and the Panthers are coming off of a shutout loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a must win for the Buccaneers too if they want to get in the playoffs and possibly win the division. But obviously this is a better team, so I'm going to take the Buccaneers on the road, obviously, and to get it done. I think Baker Mayfield can pull it off. The Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Commanders. The Cowboys are coming off of a controversial win against the Detroit Lions last week, and the Commanders are coming off of a loss to the San Francisco 49ers. The Cowboys are a really good team. They're obviously better. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if the Cowboys are going to start all their starters, but I'm still going to pick the Cowboys to win over the Commanders. They're a better team, obviously, but we'll see what happens. The Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. The Eagles are coming off of a shocking loss to the Arizona Cardinals, and the Giants are coming off of a close loss to the Los Angeles Rams from last week. The Eagles aren't looking too good. I just don't know how they blew that game against the Cardinals. The Giants, they're not playing for anything. They're out of the playoffs. The Eagles, if they want to stay where they're at, they got to keep winning. Right now they're the 5th seed, but if they win, I think they'll move up to the 3rd seed, I believe. But give me the Philadelphia Eagles to win on the road. I think they can get it done. It's going to be close. When they played them on Christmas, the Giants kept it close. The Eagles almost allowed them to come back. They almost blew the lead, but the Eagles got it done. So I'm picking them to win. The Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions. The Vikings are coming off of a Sunday night loss against the Green Bay Packers, and the Lions are coming off of a controversial loss to the Dallas Cowboys. The Vikings are actually playing for something here, because if they win, they keep their playoff hopes alive. But if the Lions win, the Lions will knock the Vikings out of the playoffs. The Vikings will be out of the playoffs if they lose. Give me the Detroit Lions at home. I think they are. I don't know if they're going to start their starters either. It's kind of tough. Like I said, this is a tricky week because it's week 18, so you never know. But give me the Detroit Lions at home to win. The Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. The Bears are coming off of a win against the Falcons, and the Packers are coming off a win against the Vikings. These Bears are getting hot towards the end of the season. They've been playing good football, and so is the Green Bay Packers. But this is a must-win for the Green Bay Packers if they want to stay in the playoffs. If they win this game to the Bears, they're in the playoffs. They clinch a playoff spot. But if they lose, it's going to be a much tougher path, because they're going to need a few teams to lose. They're going to need some help. So give me the Green Bay Packers to win at home to put the Bears away. The Bears are already out of playoff contention, by the way. So give me the Green Bay Packers to win at home. The Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. The Falcons are coming off a loss against the Bears, and the Saints are coming off a win against the Buccaneers. This is a must-win for the Saints too. If the Saints lose this game, they're out the playoffs. They want to try to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. So give me the New Orleans Saints to win at home. They got to keep their playoff hopes alive. They want to get in there. They got to beat the Falcons. The Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. The Seahawks are coming off of they're coming off of a loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Cardinals are coming off of a win against the Philadelphia Eagles. This is another one. This is another team that needs to fight for the playoffs. The Seahawks need to win this game if they want to try to get in the playoffs. But I'm gonna play spoiler here. Call me crazy, but I'm gonna pick the Arizona Cardinals to actually win at home as well, to beat the Seattle Seahawks and upset the Seahawks. The Los Angeles Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. The Rams are coming off a win against the Giants, and the 49ers coming off a win against the Commanders. These Rams, they're in the playoffs, but they got to win this game if they want to stay at the 6th seed. If they lose there, I think they'll bump down to the 7th seed. And the 49ers, I don't know if they're going to start everybody. So I'm actually going to play spoiler. I'm going to take the Rams to beat the 49ers on the road. This might sound crazy, but I'm picking the Rams to beat the 49ers on the road. Those are all the games. So let's submit it. Okay. Now here's the thing I was going to tell you about this. The Lions actually they in order for them to get the 2nd seed, they need the Eagles and the Cowboys to lose. They need these two teams to lose. If they need both of them to lose, if the Lions want to get the number 2 seed. Just want to point that out there. So I submitted the picks, and these are my picks for the final week of the season, guys. And thank you for watching, and I want to tell you guys Happy New Year, and I hope you guys enjoy your New Year, and hope you guys have a great New Year. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, and be sure to remember to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and like this video, and follow me on all my social medias: Instagram, TikTok, Wattpad, Discord. I'm over there on those platforms. And I hope you guys have a great day, and remember to always rely on anything positive. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. You guys take care.